Right, well I don't know whether or not we've got time now on this tape still to continue, but if we have, here now you all were asked to see the house that we've just moved into. You all know the story that we got fed up with the gold company in Waihi and we moved here. I think you've all been told that they helped us financially to move, and since coming into this house we've spent, I think, pretty near $15,000 so far on doing this house up. New ceilings, new carpets, new floor, new vinyl rather they call it. We just about put a complete new inside in this house. So anyway, for those of you who wanted to see the house that we've now moved into at Waitakaruru here, here we are, the house.
Well, one of the things we've changed this year, of course, is the car. We changed the colour from a yellow to a brown this time. I suppose you've got these cars in England, I don't know, but they're a Japanese make. They seem to be getting very popular now in New Zealand. It's a Toyota Cressida. One of the main reasons for changing the car is to get a more powerful car. This is a 2 litre or 2000 cc's. We bought this one so that we could tow the caravan better. And of course we have changed the caravan too. We've got a bigger caravan now. I'll show you that in a second. The Toyota car company in this country, they ship them here in pieces from Japan, and they have built and put together just up the road from here in Thames. And there's the caravan we've just bought, a 15-footer, which gives us a lot more room than the little 11-foot one we had. Well, I suppose another couple of weeks, 3 weeks anyway, another week after Christmas, and we'll be all set to go camping again. Most likely we'll go down to our usual spot along the beach. So when we film this year's summer holiday, we'll be filming it with this caravan and towed by the bigger car. Well, as we promised, we said we'd film the house for you, and there it is. You'll probably get the roar of traffic going by here. We're on State Highway 25 and the traffic here whizzes by, coming from Auckland and going to Thames and the Coromandel. Anyway, there's the house, and we paid $37,000 for this one. It needs a lot of, well, I say needs a lot of work. Not now, it doesn't. We've mostly done it. We've completely re-renovated the inside of the house, and Sheila's been busy working on the gardens. There was absolutely nothing here on the garden when we first moved in, and we've been here 6, nearly 7 months I suppose now, and Sheila's done a lot of work on the garden. Before we take you inside the house and show you around, I just point out that I can just see on the back there where we've been building the sunroom on the back. There's Sheila there now coming through. Probably going to do some more work on the garden there. Anyway, we'll take a look up the road. There's traffic all whizzing by here. Looking just around the garden, and that way up the main highway is Auckland. Auckland is just 1 hour's drive from here. Although we can reach the main outskirts of Auckland within 45 minutes. Looking along State Highway 25 the other way, one long stretch of road right through countryside, and in the distance you can see the hills. The other side of those hills is the main beaches, and just this side of the hills, which is takes us about 20 minutes to get there from here, is the township of Thames. Nothing to do with Thames in England. We go there shopping once a week to Thames. As I say, it only takes about 20 minutes to get there. As you can see and hear, the traffic comes past here pretty quick. They're supposed to go at 70 through here, but they mostly travel at 100. Just down there now where that truck is, the open road now is 100 kilometres an hour down there now. But each weekend and during holiday times, there is thousands and thousands of holiday makers going by the door here on the State Highway 25, going out to all the beaches. Now if I come round, in front of us all we have is open paddocks. We're living here on the Hauraki Plains. It's all flat land for miles and miles and miles. Now I don't know whether you can see in the distance the hills. Those hills are 60 kilometres away, and on the top of the peak there is our television transmitter where we get our television pictures from, and behind the hills, another couple of kilometres, 62 kilometres from here, is where we used to live at Waihi. But it's all open country, flat plains, all farmland. Just across the other side of the road from us, we have a peat factory making peat, so it's handy to get the peat for the garden. And just along there, where that car's coming by now, only 3 doors along, we have the takeaway shop, fish and chips, dairy for our milk, and there's also a second-hand shop there. It's just a few doors along, or 3 doors along actually. Just where those vehicles are parked outside. And the other way, looking towards Thames, we have Bill's place. That's a wet fish takeaway, and he just sells it from the house. On both sides of us we have neighbours. Their house there, over the hedge. They're a young married couple with a kiddie, and coming round, our neighbours on the other side are also a married couple, and they're old Maoris. They're getting on for 80, and they of course keep a lovely garden, beautiful garden over there they've got. So we have Maoris living both sides of us. And you've of course seen the Maoris on television many times. Now we're at the back of the house, and from our back view we have in front, first of all here we got peach trees, a row of peach trees growing. And all there is over the back there is paddocks again. Over in the background you can just see an embankment. I don't know whether I'll come up in for a close-up look. Across the paddocks there is a bank, and just the other side that is the sea. The sea comes in like a big basin there. Way over in the distance is also the hills of the Coromandel Peninsula, and they're all holiday beaches right the way through there. What did you say?
Birds in the field.
Birds out there. Yeah, you won't pick them up much on this, I don't think. I could try and come in. There's.
I'll directly in the front.
Yeah, you can. No, you can pick up the cows, I think, out there. All right. There's a cabbage tree in front of us. There's what we call a cabbage tree. That there is a water supply tank, which we use as a shed now. You can just see the cows through there in the paddocks, and the hills in the background. Over the other side of the hills, we go right the way round. It's an hour's drive from here. Is Auckland, and over the back of those hills, you can see it all lit up at night from the lights of Auckland. But we've got no neighbours on the front or the back of us. We just look out across paddocks, and we know that the sea is just over the bank there. You can see the bank comes right the way right in here. Look, there comes the bank here, and the sea comes right in over that, up to that. Although unfortunately we can't see the sea from here. We can see the sea if I go up on the roof and look across. Right, now we're looking at the back of the house now, and first of all that is our emergency water supply, just in case we get cut off, because we are out in the middle of nowhere here on the Hauraki Plains. We've been here, as I say, nearly 7 months, and of course I think we've been cut off a couple of times, but it soon comes back on again. But it's just an emergency tank for water. Those old windows laying there in the front there, I'm going to take down the dump there, what we've ripped out of the house. There's the sunroom under there, and the veranda, and the barbecue in front of that, with Sheila's wheelbarrow hiding behind it. There we are, there's our barbecue area, veranda, and looking at the sunroom. The boys come up and give me a hand to put the main beams in, but the rest of the work I did myself. Going through the door of the sunroom, in the sunroom, and through the next door, you then go into the dining room. Looking around from the sunroom, going the other way, garden shed, and out across that view we've got across the paddocks, knowing that the sea is just over the back. Crikey, did we look like that? There's a flashback in the past. Anyway, we're going to have a look round the inside of the house now, just a quick look. Right, well, just a quick look round the lounge. The normal thing, television. In the window is a window seat. Sheila made all the curtains for the place herself. And this, of course, is the lounge. We'll just come quickly round. By the way, even all the ceilings were completely redone. First thing we did was put new ceilings up. This was a 3-bedroom house when we first moved in, and we've just changed it into a 2-bedroom house. The lounge used to be the main bedroom, but we thought we'd make it into the lounge. It's more comfortable. And then from the lounge we go into the hall. Then from the lounge out into the hall, as I said, and into the bathroom. It's only just a small bathroom and the shower at the end there. Then from the bathroom it's just a question of going across the hall and going to the bedroom, our bedroom. Then from our bedroom into the kitchen. Right, well now we're just looking around the kitchen